What if something as simple as washing your car can reveal deeper patterns about how a person thinks, behaves, and manages life? At first, it sounds funny, but psychology often hides in the smallest habits, because there are two types of people. One group waits until the car is visibly dirty, even after everyone keeps reminding them. The other group keeps their car spotless all the time. So, what's the real psychological difference between them? Let's break it down. First type. People who delay car wash until the last moment. These are the people who don't react to early signs. Dust builds up, they ignore it. Friends comment, they delay it. Even their own discomfort grows, still they wait. And then suddenly, after a long delay, they finally go for a car wash. Why? Psychologically, this is linked to low urgency sensitivity. Their brain doesn't respond strongly to gradual change, so unless something becomes visibly or socially unacceptable, action doesn't trigger. Second type. People who always keep their car clean. Then there are people who don't wait for dirt to accumulate. Even a slight dust layer feels uncomfortable to them, so they act early. Regular maintenance. Consistent cleaning. This reflects high sensitivity to disorder and structure. Their mind prefers control, clarity, and visual order in their environment. And interestingly, this often extends beyond the car. It shows up in how they manage time, habits, and responsibilities. Third difference: reaction-based versus system-based thinking. The first group is reaction-based. They act when something becomes a problem, not before. So their behavior depends on external pressure, visibility of dirt, comments from others, emotional discomfort reaching a peak. But the second group is system-based. They don't wait for problems. They follow internal routines. Weekly wash. Regular maintenance. Preventive action. This reduces stress because nothing reaches emergency level. Fourth, tolerance for chaos. People who delay cleaning usually have higher tolerance for small disorder. A little dust? Okay. A little mess? No problem. Their brain adapts to imperfection, but the second group has lower tolerance for chaos. Even minor disorder feels mentally distracting, so they clean early, not because they are obsessed, but because disorder creates internal discomfort. Fifth, time perception differences. This is a subtle but important psychological factor. People who delay tasks often have present-focused thinking. If something isn't urgent right now, it gets postponed, out of sight, out of mind. But people who maintain regular habits think differently. They operate with future awareness. They understand. If I don't maintain it now, it will cost more later, so they invest small effort consistently to avoid bigger effort later. Sixth, energy management versus avoidance behavior. Delaying car wash is often not about laziness, it's about energy prioritization. The mind says, I'll do it later when I feel more motivated. But the problem is, motivation doesn't improve with delay. So tasks accumulate mentally, becoming heavier over time. On the other side, regular cleaners don't wait for motivation. They act while the task is small, so their psychological load stays low. Seventh, identity connection. This is the deepest layer. People who keep things clean often see cleanliness as part of their identity. I am someone who keeps things maintained. So behavior becomes automatic. No debate. No delay. But people who delay don't strongly attach identity to maintenance. So cleaning becomes optional, not automatic. And anything optional is easy to postpone. So what does this really reveal? This isn't just about cars, it's about how people manage. Responsibility, discipline, attention to detail, and internal versus external motivation. One group waits for problems to force action. The other prevents problems through consistency. One lives in cycles of buildup and reaction. The other lives in cycles of maintenance and control. Small habits reveal big psychological patterns. How someone treats a car often reflects how they treat. Deadlines, health, relationships, and personal discipline. Because life, at its core, is made of repeated small decisions, not big dramatic ones. Now let's bring it back to you. Think honestly for a moment. Are you someone who only takes action when things become visibly bad, or do you maintain things regularly before they become a problem, and what does that say about how you handle other areas of your life? Write your answer in the comments. I read them, and I genuinely want to understand your perspective. And if this helped you see everyday behavior from a deeper psychological angle, subscribe for more insights into human behavior, habits, and the hidden science of the mind.